Pat McAfee signed a multi-year deal with WWE. Bayley's in-ring return is coming soon. Naomi and Sasha are officially done with WWE, and many more. I'm Camilio Salamander from WBP TV, and this is a wrestling report for July 8th. Now, before we get started, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, press that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro.
Mink, mink, mink.
The ratings are in for Wednesday's AEW Dynamite. Now, the show had drew 979,000 viewers, which is down for the 1.023 million viewers the show did a week ago. In the all-important 18 to 49 demographics, the show did a 0.36 ratings, which is the same it did last week. The ratings are also in for the latest edition of NXT 2.0. This was the Great American Bash edition of NXT that featured 4 title matches. Now, the show drew 593,000 viewers on the USA Network, which is up from the 570,000 viewers it did a week ago. It also did a 0.12 rating for the 18 to 49 demographics that the show did a 0.11 rating a week ago. WWE issued the following. Pat McAfee signed a multi-year deal extension with WWE. That's it. That's all. During her interview with Stories with Briscoe and Bradshaw, the former WWE star and Impact Wrestling star Mickie James had talked about almost being a manager for CM Punk in WWE. She actually did manage him on the Sunday Night Heat episode, but the segment never aired. Mickie would say, "I was supposed to debut before it was with CM Punk as his manager on Sunday Night Heat. I was so devastated at the moment when Hunter came back and said, I like both of you guys. I just don't see it together." It looks like fans may be seeing Bayley back on WWE television in the near future, or at least it appears to be that way on a recent report. PW Insider have reported that Bayley was seen at the WWE Performance Center for several days this week. This usually means that she's back training for in-ring competition. It also means that her return could come in the very near future. WWE Hall of Famer The Godfather appeared on the Two-Man Power Trip of Wrestling podcast this week to talk about his wrestling career and outside endeavors. The Godfather said there was no tension between BSK and the Clique in the 90s. He would say, "Back in those days, if there was any tension between the two groups, no one told me about it. I had friends on both sides. I was much closer with BSK, but Shawn Michaels was my friend, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, all of those guys was my friends. Probably besides Taker, I probably knew Scott Hall the longest than anybody in BSK. We had no animosity or any problems. We had no problems at all with those guys. They were cool." There has been an update to WWE internal roster, and as expected, Liv Morgan is now officially off Raw and now a part of the SmackDown roster. It appears that Sasha Banks and Naomi are moving on from WWE, but they are not done with professional wrestling. Banks and Naomi had updated their Instagram bios, and they are no longer referring themselves as WWE superstars. Their bios now saying that they are professional wrestlers. This is not so great news for fans who miss seeing them on WWE television, but it is great news for fans who was wondering if they would continue to wrestle. And it appears that wrestling is still on their minds. PW Insider reported today that Banks and Naomi was removed from the internal WWE roster sometime within the last 24 hours. The news about their exit is not a total surprise, because it was reported a few weeks ago that Banks had her attorneys involved to work out some details of her release. It is unknown what the terms of their release are from WWE, if there's any non-complete clause involved, but at some point they will be free to sign to any wrestling promotion in the world. Let me know what you guys think about today's news in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also push that notification bell to stay up to date with wrestling videos. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.